So today the class is live once again. All the parents, viewers, subscribers, followers, those who are interesting to be joining in the new batch, see how the conversation is taking place instead of asking the demo class, how students are responding in the online class, how the practice is going on, what are the topics that we are discussing, how language is being learned. So this is a complete language course in which students learn grammar, spoken, pronunciation, storytelling, discussions, debate, asking questions, answering questions, 8 parts of speech, word power, 3 forms of verb, 4 skills to develop, basic components of English language, etc. So first of all, now let's listen the introduction of students. Who are they? Where are they joining from? Starting from Shubham. Speaking loudly is very important in this online class for having conversation speaking practice. Go on now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Shubham Singh. I am from Sahatwar. I study in class 4. My school name is City Convent School. My father's name is Mr. Sushil Singh. My mother's name is Mrs. Suman Singh. My father is an army person and my mother is a housemaker. My hobbies are drawing and reading books. I want to become an IAS officer. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you.
Next student.
Sir, so may I?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Prag Thakur. I am from Himachal Pradesh. I am 10-year-old. I am studying in class 6. My school name is APS. My father's name is Mr. Thakur Vinay. My mother's name is Mrs. Poonam Thakur. My father is an army man. My mother is a housewife. My hobbies are playing football and reading books. I want to become an army man. Nice to meet you. Thank you, sir.
Next.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce
Speaking
myself.
loudly. Speaking loudly is very important in this online class so that viewers, friends, subscribers, they do listen you who you are. Yeah, go on.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Chandra Rajput. I study in class 6. I'm 10 years old. My school name is Army Public School. I want to be a doctor. Nice to meet you. Thank you, sir.
Next student.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving this beautiful opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Darsh Chauhan. I am from Uttarakhand. I am 10 years old. My school name is PM Shri Kendra Vidyalaya number 2. My father name is Mr. Raman Singh. My mother name is Mrs. Sushma Chauhan. I want to become an IAS officer. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Now Shubham will tell me what are you learning in this online class? What is being learned by you in this online
Sir,
class?
I am here to introduce.
You are left. Okay, then you should
Yes.
be saying introduction right after the Janvi because you are joining from the same ID. Go on now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Ayush Rajput. I am 13 years old. I study in class 8. My school name is a public school. My father's name is Mr. Bhavan Kumar Rajput. My mother's name is Mrs. Jyoti Singh. I want to be an IAS officer. Nice to meet you. Thank you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Go on now, Shubham. Speaking loudly. Time is at least talking to 3 to 4 minutes. What are you learning in this online class? Is it possible to learn English in this online class even after watching the demo class, the live class, something like this? So why there is need of joining for the demo, and how students can learn English in this online class? What are the topics going on? Speaking at least 5 minutes, and the time will be checked by, what is your name? Darsh will be checking the timing. Go on.
Okay, sir. So I am currently learning 8 parts of speech. The 8 parts of speech are important for English language and I am learning it more perfectly. And in 7 to 8 batch, I am learning passive voice, how to convert active to passive voice. It is, and I know it's possible for everyone at any age, any person in the world can learn English in this online class because of its formation. It's how the people study here, their their thoughts, their all the thoughts come together and form a something that we learn. understand about a topic which is in grammar. We learn different topics starting from alphabetic letters, the pronunciation to the active passive voice and more advanced topic. We learn English from basic to advanced. So we have to learn every single part. So we cannot miss anything or we will not we will not we will not mispronounce or we will not change the words or we will say I don't know this word, what does this mean? Grammar defines everything that is present in the sentence. So we have to learn grammar, 8 parts of speech, and we are learning from alphabets to the sentences. So we have to learn the each phase, each part of the sentence to form a sentence. And if we form a sentence correctly, we have to then have conversation practice, study, then we have to practice a lot at home with each other so we can learn English more fluently, more aggressively. So we have to write, we have to, therefore, skills. If we learn English through these four skills, we can improve our English as much as we can. The four skills, we have to listen first. Correctly listening is most important. Then speak correctly. This is also important. Then writing and reading. Reading English is important because if we read English, we will understand English more perfectly and more fluently. And writing English, we can write our thoughts in we can write our thoughts very perfectly. If there's any grammar mistake or misspelled mistake, it can be caught by you if you use your mind or good grammar book. This is this is most this is one of the most important things you have to improve before you begin learning. Then if you start begin learning, then we have to learn, practice a lot. So we have to learn a lot, and then we have to study and concentrate on everything, every object, so we can understand each word correctly and find out our mistakes in sentences that we made earlier. We made earlier through a lot of mistakes, so we start checking them and making ourselves better in sentences and converting them in right sentences, finding out the mistakes, and then we have to understand English more better, more fluent. Then we become very good in English. Then we get asked to questions. Then creating questions, we have to learn. If we start creating questions, we are able to do conversation practice with each other. We need to first and uh, we have for conversation practice, we have to ask questions first. So if we start creating questions, we will able to ask questions. If we know the meanings, we will understand the meaning. Understanding questions. If we start answering, what does that mean? If we know, so we will start answering it perfectly. So if when answering questions, it will be the for conversation practice. These three things are important. If we don't know one of these, so we cannot. If you don't ask questions, if you only answer, so how will you ask something to anyone? If means if you have to ask what is this, so if you don't know how to ask questions, how can you ask anything to anyone? So that is the way we have to learn every part, every speck of English to make ourselves more fluent. This is the part of English language, and from learning basic to advanced will help you a lot in speaking English, all type of English, listening, writing, reading, speaking. If these four things we have to improve a lot. If we improve something, but something like my handwriting is sometimes increasing, so I cannot learn fluent English. We have to improve all the four skills in right way, so we can learn English more fluently. We have to speak English more perfectly, listen English perfectly.
How
Then
can we learn English in right way? As you said, the right way. What can be the process of learning English in right way?
so firstly the process would be understanding what is said to us, understanding what is said to us, so we
How
understand.
how can we understand? we are a new learner. Some students, they are very new learner, and then they are taking the online classes, they are joining in online classes. How can they understand? As you are saying, firstly, it's important for understanding. How understanding will be taking place in the lives of students? What do you think about that?
So they must be practicing themselves to know how to understand English, what is said to them. So they should understand it perfectly through their meanings. If they are firstly at starting, we have to use normal language, but as we go further, so we have to think in English also. We should thinking in English, then we have to answer in English. So thinking and answering should be same in English. So how is the that's how the process will be formed. If we think in in any other language, your mother tongue, so you will be saying wrong, like you will think that how much and how many meaning is same, so how we can say similar. So that be same wrong English, that would be wrong English, so it will be wrong. So we will feel like we will not feel like we have done wrong, because we our mind is saying we are not thinking English. That's why that's our mistake. So we should think in English and answer in English. Both should be the same. That's how you should speak to anyone.
How thinking in English will be taking place in the lives of students, as you have said about this? I like your answer.
Thinking thinking in English must be taking place after a few time. So firstly, make them prompt with knowledge.